We're doing business here because you like Ruby's coffee better than mine?
No, actually, this atmosphere is a nice change of pace for me. Good morning, Felicia.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
Let's just say there are certain days it's best to remain unavailable for comment. Oh, I have some things for you to do before you go to the university. These papers have to be dropped off at my attorney's office, and there's some calls I want you to return. I'll let the list on your desk.
Okay. Are you coming back to the office today?
Not today.
What's going on?
I think all hell is about to break loose, and I just don't want to know anything about it.
Well, what do you have to do with it?
No comment.
I hope you're not getting involved with anything illegal.
Don't worry about it, Princess. One of these days when we have more time, I'm going to fill you in on all the secrets of getting ahead in this world. But until then, what would you like for breakfast?
My, isn't this a pretty picture?
Well, Monica, how good to see you.
How nice of you to drop in the middle of the day. What a surprise.
What are you talking about, Alan? You called me and told me to come over here.
Oh.
And, I recall we used to meet around this time every single day, but that's when you were working at the hospital. Do you remember that?
Well, I'm too busy helping my father right now.
I think you'd better stop playing Monopoly with your father and get back to being a doctor.
Okay, you can cut the sermon, Monica. We are on the verge of a major financial coup.
And you can spare me the details, Edward. I already know about the Cassadine-Donnelly strike and the probability of the stock going public.
Well, fine. Do you know that we're buying up half that stock before it goes public?
Is that legal?
Well, it's a, private transaction.
Oh. Well, how are you affording this coup?
We're going to raise the necessary capital by selling off some of our holdings.
What have you sold?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit? You've sold quite a bit?
Well, we've kept a few things here and there, for sentimental reasons.
You're not sentimental when it comes to business, Edward. If you didn't sell that stock, it's because nobody wanted to buy it.
Monica, we are going to make millions. That's why it's important that we all chip in and do our part in this investment. And that's why we called you here.
I can't believe that you would just sell stock right and left. Well, I mean, what about your son, Alan? Oh, excuse me. No, with you, it's what about both your sons?
I'm not jeopardizing their future, Monica.
Monica, don't you understand? If we can gain control of this company, we will be sitting on the largest mineral strike since 1849.
During the gold rush, Edward, there were many fortunes lost as they were gained.
Oh, Alan, how could I let you marry such a wet blanket?
All right, Edward. Alan, what do you want from me?
We want to take out a mortgage on the Quartermaines estate.
I own that house. I own that land that the house is built on.
That's why we asked you here. That money is going to put us over the top and give us the leverage we need to get control of Donnelly's company.
Well, Edward, let me tell you something. Only way you will get a mortgage on that house is over my dead body. Enough of this.
Monica, will you be reasonable, please?
Reasonable? Reasonable? I am not the one who's selling stock right and left on just a hunch.
Look, Monica, this is not about hunches. This is about business smarts, which we've got, always have, and always will.
Well, then fine. If you are that smart, then you will find a way to buy Sean's company without my house.
Monica, you don't understand. As soon as we pull off this takeover, we will pay off the mortgage. You'll never even know what happened.
Listen, I wish that you and Edward and all of your millions live happily ever after.
Does that mean we can mortgage the house?
Would you watch my lips, Alan? No!
Monica, you wouldn't even have that mansion if it weren't for our family.
How can you question our judgment?
I am not questioning your judgment. I am saying I don't want any part of it.
Monica, now listen, you're going to regret this.
Oh, well, Edward, I'll just take my chances. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I'm going to the hospital where I have patients to attend to. If you need to call me about any financial business dealings, you can reach me there. Oh. Hello. What is this for?
Oh, that's for Green to have a cup of coffee with me instead of running home to that crazy family of yours.
Well, crazy is a very good word, yes. Because if it had been up to them, I wouldn't even have a house to run home to.
Well, they took the bait.
Yes, they did. Hook, line, and sinker. I can't believe it, John. I really can't believe it. I mean, they are selling stock right and left.
Ah, that's great. Absolutely great.
Sean, will you be taking any calls here?
No, I shan't be taking any calls here, Ruby.
Okay. Can I bring you something to eat with that?
No, coffee will be fine. Thank you.
Okay, I'll bring you some more later.
Good. So they're selling off their assets to buy stock in my company, huh?
Yeah, a company that isn't worth the hell of beans.
And our plan is working.
Your plan's working. I happen to be a little worried about this. I never expected them to just get into this in such a big way.
It's all the better for us.
No, again, it's all the better for you, Sean. I mean it, I am worried. I have a son. Now, if my son's father goes broke, where does that leave Ellen Jr.?
You are going to have more money than you ever dreamed of having.
I don't want to see the Quartermaines in the poorhouse.
I don't think it's going to come to that. Maybe a cheap motel or something.
This is not funny, Sean.
I'm sorry.
It isn't funny. Do you know that they wanted me to take a mortgage on my house?
All right, go ahead, do it. You still have the papers on my place in Mexico.
Excuse me, Sean. I own that house. That is very special to me. It is the first thing that I ever owned.
Keep it. They can come up with enough money to hang themselves without it.
I don't know. What have I got myself into? Why am I doing this?
You are doing this. Remember.
I may be crazy about you. But I don't want to see the Quartermaines ruined financially.
I told you before, it's out of our hands. It's all up to them now. Only Edward Quartermaine's greed can determine how badly they'll be hurt.
So what did Jimmy Lee say?
He said yes, Edward.
Is that all?
Well, that's enough. You heard me. I gave him an order. Make Cassadine an offer he can't refuse.
Tell you what, it's a very tall order.
Well, of course it's a tall order, but how else are we going to buy into this Donnelly Cassadine mining operation?
Things sure are moving very fast.
You bet your bottom dollar they're moving fast.
Yeah, bottom dollar is right.
Are you chickening out?
Why, should I?
Well, keep cool, Alan. I'm going to have to sell some more of our holdings in order to generate enough cash for this buyout.
I hope Mother Nature's going to be kind to us.
Mother Nature?
Well, sure, it's in Brazil, right? I mean, there's volcanoes, earthquakes, tornadoes, goodness knows what, government takeovers.
Good Lord, Alan, if I worried about such things, I wouldn't get up in the morning. Well, you go to work, make people well. I can't afford to be infected by your anxieties.
I was simply airing my thoughts.
Okay, you've aired them. Now I'm going to air mine. I'm going to put just about everything we have right on the line.
Except for the mansion, Edward.
I beg your pardon, Monica.
She said, except for the...
I heard her.
Good, then I won't have to say it twice.
Who are you calling now?
Well, my broker. Who else?
Father.
Quiet. Quartermaine here. I want you to sell the last of my portfolio. Yeah, that's right, and don't argue with me.
Father, will you please listen to the man? It doesn't hurt to get a second opinion.
Alan, we're not talking about surgery. We're talking about making money. Alan, are you still with me?
No pain, no gain, right?
That's right, my boy. What? Where were we? Huh? Oh, no. I'm looking south of the border for my investments now.
South of the border? Edward, are you letting Jimmy Lee influence you financially?
Well, why not? I mean, the boy knows a good thing when he sees it, Lila.
You're losing your mind, dear. You know you never listen to anyone else on money matters.
Well, the world is changing too damn fast, Lila.
Well, then perhaps you should take a refresher course, dear.